All right, back out here again for the third time on the highways and hedges of the Chief Lesson Concourse on this August 20th, 2025, on this Thursday noon. And as always, we thank the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, His only begotten Son, Yahawashi, for giving us the opportunity to come out here to do so. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Josh. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahawah, and His only begotten Son, Yahawashi. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the Last Markadash tongue. Now, say the Rocky Thumb, City Elders, Apostles, Bahakam, and say Shalom. As I mentioned once again, back out here again for the third time on the highways and hedges of the Chief Lesson Concourse on this August 28th, this Thursday noon. And as always, hey, Yahawashi and Shad for always our campuses out the Holy Angels. We are teaching on the highways and hedges now, so more than ever. And Yahawashi and Shad for that. Yep, so we get into that Ezekiel, Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. And this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 1. It says, and the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Ezekiel 38, verse 2, it says, Son of man, set thy face against Goglan and Magog, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Right, so we're prophesying against Goglan and Magog, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, now so more never, which the Russians, the Edomites. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 3, it says, thus saith the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, behold, I am against thee, O God, chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Right, stick to this date. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 4, it says, and I will turn thee back and put loose into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy armies. Yep, it says all thy armies and horsemen, all of them will cloak all sorts of armor, even a great company of shoes, all of them swords. Right, so that shows you that Russia, they still gonna be that warlike mindset. That's what we see. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 5. It says Persia, Ethiopia, all of them should help. Right, so Russia, they still gonna be that warlike mindset, and Russia gonna be the allies to these nations of Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, all of them will shield them. This is Ezekiel chapter 30, verse 6. It says, Gomer, by the Turkish armies, and all his bands, house of Tobal of the north quarters, and all his bands, many people with thee. Ezekiel, right, because Turkish armies, they're going to be against the Russians' world too. They're going to be allies of Russia's world too, going against the Israel defense force. This is Ezekiel chapter 30, verse 7. It says, be thou prepared to prepare for thyself and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Right, so Russia is going to be a guard to these nations. I bring Ethiopia, Libya, and Turkey. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 1. It says, therefore, thou son of man, prophesy against God and say, thus saith the Heavenly Father Yahawah. It says, behold, I am against thee, O God, which is in chapter 2. Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 2. It says, I will turn thee back. It says, I will turn thee back and leave but the sixth part of thee. And I will cause to come up from the north part to bring thee upon the mountain of Israel. Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 3. And I will smite thy bow out of thy left hand, and I will cause the arrows to fall on thy right hand. And I think it was another recent news article that took place. I think it says Russia launched its second biggest air assault on the Ukraine war. Right, so that shows you that the tension between the Russia and Ukraine is only going to intensify. And that's why we're seeing the Heavenly Father put the hooks back to these jaws and Russians to be in that warlike mindset. So this Russia-Ukraine situation is only going to intensify. And this is the book of Isaiah. This is I think she waited for the buses on her. Yeah, she waited for the bus. Thought she was calling my name for a second. Like, what the heck? But continuing on, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 13 verse 17. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which they shall regard silver and ask for gold and they shall not identity. Right, so the Heavenly Father is going to stir up Medes and ask for gold and silver, they shall not allow identity. So that's why we're going to be seeing the tension between Russia and the United States. That's going to continue to increase, even though they try to push efforts for a ceasefire deal, but that wasn't the case. They haven't had progress ever since then. It's a tension been stirring up between Russia and Ukraine. And then you've been having a couple of days ago, you had the United States said they're going to continue to fund more SEALs to Ukraine. And then NATO is going to continue to fund Ukraine as well too. Because NATO and the United States, they are allies going against Russia. This is Isaiah. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 13. Isaiah 17 verse 1. It says, the burden of Damascus, behold, take away from being the city, and it shall be as one people. Right, so Damascus and Syria is definitely going to be taken away from being the city, and it shall be real people. That is well too. And this is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 8. It says in a times of love, in a time of HKTE, in a time of war, in a time of peace, where we live in a time of war. That's how they're going to continue to increase. And this is the book of Matthew, 24th chapter. This is a lot here. Yeah, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. It says, ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass. But the end is not yet. Right, so it's going to come to pass, but not going to end yet. Wars and rumors of wars. Just like I mentioned that Russia-Ukraine situation is intensifying, and all these nuclear accidents tensions are heating up between the nations. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So we definitely going to see the nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. These modern day nuclear escalations and tensions. It's only going to be heating up between these nations, and that's what we're seeing. All that's going to lead up to the Third World War. It's going to continue to intensify and it's going to build up. Hey, Yahawashi now shot. This is the book of Luke 21. Yeah, it's the book of Luke 21, verse 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth, the stress of nations, for perplexities is wrong. So we see in the famines, heavy judgments, lawlessness, iniquities, that the judgment that the Heavenly Father is bringing forth, and the Heavenly Father showing the increasing signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and upon the earth, the stress of nations. For perplexities is wrong. We see nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, seditions, uprisings, uproars through the world, here in America and around the world. That's only going to continue to increase, and that's what we're seeing in our world today. Yep, so get back to that Luke 21 and verse 9. This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 9. It says, but when you shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet, end by. Right, so we're not going to be terrified of these signs because it's going to come to pass in the field because we're in those times. Just like that was happening in ancient times, now it's happening once again in modern times. So just like Yahawashi spoke about, be not terrified of these things because it's going to come to pass, but it's not going to end just yet, end by. So now it's going to come to pass, but it's not going to end just yet. That's why we're seeing the modern day building up of this increasing up between the wars, the commotions between the nations. That's going to lead up to the Third World War. And we see that building up throughout the years and generations. And as of now we're seeing it intensifying now, so more than ever. And especially what's going on over there in the Korean Peninsula. We're seeing North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, United States. That's been heating up throughout the years. And as of recently as well, too. We're seeing what's going on down there in the South China Sea. We're seeing China versus Taiwan. That's heating up. We're seeing China and the Philippines. That's been heating up. It's like Beijing last week, a week and a half ago, sent that warning to because Beijing, they sent that warning to Taiwan. They were telling them do not play with fire because you got Taiwan and the Philippines. They teamed up with each other, which I didn't know that. So I just found out like a week and a half ago because at first I didn't know that. So that shows you that the tensions are heating up down there in the South China Sea, especially over there in the disputed territorial waters, not too far from the South China Sea. Because you got those Asian countries, Japhetic nations. There's a lot of those are Japhetic nations as well too, Indonesia, Malaysia, and all these different countries fighting over that area in that region. So that's only going to stir up more tensions. That's only going to stir up more distress of nations, more perplexities ready growing, and all that's going to lead up to the Third World War. So we're going to see these political wars, geopolitical wars, these economical wars, these trade wars, and these nuclear accidents and tensions. And they're only going to continue to increase between the nations, and that's what we're seeing. Yeah, this is the book of Luke 21 and verse 10. It says, it said things to come. Luke 21 and verse 10, it says, then say he unto them, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Right, so nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. That's what we're seeing. This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 11. It says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. Right, so we're going to see increasing great earthquakes in diverse places. It's like a couple, I would say like 4 days ago, like 4 or 5 days ago, you had that large earthquake over there in the Drake Passage, which is the borders between Argentina and Chile. That was a 7.5 earthquake over there in the area. So we seen a 6.0 earthquake over there in El Salvador. We seen a 6.0 earthquake over there in the Russian Peninsula. We seen a 6.3 earthquake over there in Russian Peninsula. So these are signs that we're going to be seeing an increasing uptick of earthquakes in diverse places. The famines and pestilent plagues on top of that as well too, which is only going to continue to increase. And that's what we're seeing on an everyday basis. Yeah, this is Luke 21 and verse 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. Right, just like we've seen those heavy swarms of earthquakes over there in South Carolina this past weekend. And we're going to continue to see that increasing. Just like swarms of earthquakes did over in California like a month and a half ago, as California is getting ready for a larger earthquake potentially over there in San Andreas, the fault line in that area over there in Southern California. So that shows that these are increasing significant signs that we're going to be seeing these high magnitude of these earthquakes in diverse places. Fearful sights and great signs shut up in heaven. Earthquakes in diverse places, the famines and pestilent plagues, fearful sights and great signs shut up in heaven. Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Wars and promotions, all is going to continue to increase, and that's what we're seeing in these times. And this is what we out here sounding alarm about, Now, if we bring out that Joel, the third chapter. And this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse, the prophet Joel.
Thank you, man. I said, man. Pardon me, man. And I said, ma'am.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty man, that automatic war draw. So that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the tensions are heating up between the nations. That's only going to continue to increase. That's why we're seeing increasing wars and commotion between the nations. That's why the Heavenly Father's putting that warlike mindset of these arms of nations. So this is going to continue to be prepared. This is being proclaimed among the Gentile nations. I meant to say the Gentile nations of the armies of nations. And that's why we see the building up of a modern ruler against modern ruler, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, more military exercise drills, more military spending, and more nuclear escalations. The tensions are heating up to the nation, and that's what the Heavenly Father's putting that warlike mindset. And he's waking up a mighty man in these armies of nations on a continuing basis, on an everyday basis. And all this is going to lead up to the Third World War. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares and swords into plenty hooks and to spears and let the weak stand strong. Right, just like you had that leader over there in Lebanon of Hamas. He was saying that they're not going to give up their weaponry. They're not going to disarm their weaponry because you have the Israel defense force because he continued to use airstrikes against them. And then they're going to continue to fight back. They ain't going to have the Houthi rebels continue to use heavy airstrikes over there in central Israel, over there in southern Israel, and over there in Tel Aviv, and over there in those airport areas. Just like the Houthi, just like the Israel defense force use their respond back attack against those Houthi rebels. They're going to continue to strike them over there in that area. So that's only going to stir up more tensions between the nations. Hey, you want to Shalom again, brother? Hey, Yahawashi Barakatah to you and yours, your household. And I say Shalom, Yahawashi Barakatah, Shalom. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares and the swords and the plenty hooks and the spears, and let the weak sound strong. Right, let the weak sound strong. And these are armies of nations. And all these pro-Iranian groups, these proxy groups, the Russian armies, the Syrian armies, they all going to team up together, going against the Israel defense force over there in Western Asia. And all it's going to lead up to the Third World War. This is Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, while the armies of other nations. And gather yourselves together round about thither, to cause like mighty ones to come down, or Yahawah. Right, so just like it says in the early verses of Joel, the third chapter, Yahawah was speaking about, because the Heavenly Father was speaking through Joel, our forefather. So the Heavenly Father said he's going to gather, he's going to gather the nations. He's going to plead with them. He's going to plead with them for his people, for his heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, part of his land, because they defiled his land and part of his land. So we're going to see the Heavenly Father gather those nations up over there so he can jack those nations up round about so he can judge them rightfully so. Hey, Tawadi Habashim Yashab, because this is a controversy to Zion, like it says in Isaiah the 34th chapter. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 11. Assemble yourselves to come, all ye heathen, while the armies of other nations being gathered up over there in Western Asia, surely increasing. It says, and gather yourselves together round about thither, to cause like mighty ones to come down, O Yahawah. Joel chapter 3 verse 12. It says, let the heathen be awakening, while the armies of other nations, the Gentiles are the armies of the other nations. It says, come up into the valley of Jehoshaphat, for I will sit and judge all the heathen round about. Right, he's going to sit and judge all the armies of the heathen nations round about. Joel 10 verse 13, it says, put ye in and sit for the hearts of grip, coming ye down from the presses forward and fast on the foot for that which is written. Joel 10 verse 14, it says, multitudes and the multitudes in the valley of decisions, for the day of the Heavenly Father Yahawah's near. The day of the Heavenly Father Yahawah's near about decision. Right, so the day of the Heavenly Father Yahawah's near about decision. Armageddon, God one. And Tawadi Habashim Yashab. And this is the book of Revelations 11 verse 14. This is the book of Revelation chapter 11 verse 14. It says that the second word of stretch came to pass, because the third word of stretch coming quickly. Right, so that's why we're saying that Luke 21 verse 25 is in full effect of the distress of nations with perplexed seas rage warring. All is going to lead up to the Third World War. Revelation 11 verse 14, the second word of stretch came to pass. Behold, the third word of stretch coming quickly. Armageddon, God one. Hey, Thwadi Yahawashi. This is the book of Revelations 9 and verse 12. Yep, Revelations 9 and verse 12. The one woe, right? One woe express came to pass. Behold, the third two woes there hereafter. Yep, Revelations 11 verse 14. Salaki. Yep, back to Revelation 11 verse 14. It says, the second woe pass. Behold, the third will come quickly. Right, so the second woe come to pass. Behold, the third will come quickly. Armageddon, Armageddon 1. This is going to lead up to the third world's war. Hey, Thwadi Yahawashi. So I'm gonna switch up the topic and bring out that Revelation 13th chapter as we occupy the prophecies, you know. So the third world's war, which is World War III, that's gonna be a major prophecy that's gonna come to pass and fulfilled. And there's other major prophecies gonna come to pass and fulfilled as well too of this cashless society. You know, this digital dollar, digital ID, digital wallet, digital currency, Bitcoin, stablecoin, digital assets, virtual assets, the digital money, the digital banking. That these nations, all these 130 plus nations are leaning towards to this cashless society, as because we're already living in a modern day digital cashless society as it is already, and they're going to fully implement this technology device that they want to implant inside of your body because they're going to make this mandatory throughout the whole planet Earth in order for you to buy or sell. The RFID, CHIP, this Neuralink, this nanotechnology, this AI technology, this these smart cities and these 15-minute cities going to be part of that as well too. In order to function in today's society. And this is because we know the ultimate deceiver is going to come down with great braggers. You know, you have to show time to rule. You know, I just want to add a sad note to that. And this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 15. It says he had power, right? The BEASC system. He had power to give life unto the image of the BEASC, and the image of the BEASC shall both speak and cause as many that will not worship the image of the BEASC shall KIALED. Right, Revelation 3 verse 10, that comes into for the play as well too. This is Revelation chapter 13 verse 16. It says, and it calls all, both small and great, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their FOREHEDS. I believe, what's that, a couple of days ago or like 5 days ago, you had over there in Wyoming, they declared that first ever stable coin. They introduced that. So that shows that we're getting a step closer to increasing overall cashless society. Even though the United States signed that anti-central, because I believe they signed two bills, that anti-central digital bank currency surveillance bill, so that for your economical protection, for your money protection. But little do they know with this Genius Act, they're gonna be able to track your every money to even if you owe something, they automatically withdraw it from your banking account. But that's why they come up with digital banking, just like the Trump administration not too long ago saying that executive order to have more digital banking. Digital banking that's going to be part of this stable coin and this cryptocurrency, because they got these kiosks here in the United States. It's starting to increase and grow more and more and more. Because you had Pat Fitzgerald, the governor over here in Illinois. I believe he going against the Trump administration because I think he signed some type of executive order. So I mentioned that like a couple of days ago when I did the MOTV news updates. So that shows you that, of course, it's going to be competition, but they're going to try to push digital currency. What's the United States ban and saying a bill in law to ban the central digital bank currency? Because you're going to have these in these democratic states, they're not going to follow the ways of the Republicans of following this anti-central digital bank currency bill. They're going to continue to push forth this central digital bank currency bill, but you're going to be in competition with that as well too. What's that? St. Mark the 3rd chapter. If a kingdom be divided against itself, a kingdom not stand. So we're going to be seeing liberals versus conservatives, especially from an economic perspective with these Bitcoin stable coins. So these democratic states, these blue states, they're going to push forth this central digital bank currency, and then that's something that is going to be more tension between that. That's going to be part of that as well too. But at the end of the day, it's still going to be showing forth this cashless society. As much as the United States trying to keep on the American dollar, but the paper dollar is going to be a thing of the past. That's why they signed the Genius Act, the Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, because you can use your money convert into coins, to stable coins and cryptocurrency coins. And that's going to be the new form of currency as the days pushing forth. Is the days of the paper dollar, that's going to be the thing of the past, because we already see it as it is already now. Because majority of the people, they don't really use cash, they use credit cards. They got that little chip in that card, and this time around, it's going to be a chip in there. It's going to be a chip in their hand, in their right hand and upper part of your body, in order for your body to seal. and we see an increase in significant signs of that. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. It says, he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their FOREHEDS. Right, so the pushing of the RFID of this technology device that they want to implant inside of your body, even if you're upper class or lower class of the economic spectrum. That's what we're seeing not just only in America, around the world, in order for you to buy or sell. And that's when that hour temptation comes into play, that Revelation 3, verse 10. And this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 17. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the charagma. Right, because this is going to be worldwide, that no man might buy or sell. Because they pushing this 15-minute cities, this smart cities, this AI technology, this AI finance, the RFID chip that they want to implant inside of your body in order for you to buy or sell. So that's why we see all these businesses. We see these local businesses, these good companies, these good businesses, these good jobs, and these companies, and these career jobs, and these big businesses, and these countries around the world leaning towards the cashless society. That's what we're at the 100% fully entry into, which you're already in right now. So in order for you to function in society, in order for you to buy or sell, hey, you got to have that technology chip. Because your state ID, your digital ID, your state ID, your driver's license, your social security card, your financial information, your medical information, your personal information, all is going to be stored all into one technology device that they want to implement itself in order for you to buy or sell to be part of society. So just like for an example, if you go to like a Starbucks, but you're going to interact with a robot because they're going to replace human beings with these robots. And that's what we see. And that was spirit too. It was these Judites. They came, they walked past. He's like, man, I can't wait to that. He said, I can't wait to robots. I can't wait to robots replace human beings. And I was like, that's the spirit right there. He just brought that off when they walk past. And that shows you that we're about to enter in this cashless society. This what's that, nanotechnology, this Neuralink, this smart cities, these 15-minute cities. They trying to replace human beings with these robots on these jobs. So, and back to what I was saying. So, hey, if you go to a Starbucks, try to get some coffee or a drink or whatever you do on an everyday morning, whatever the case may be. So, hey, you're going to interact with a robot. Hey, the robot is going to scan your body, see if they're going to scan the upper part of your body, right part of your body. If you're a left hand or a right hand, or the other part of your body, he's going to scan your body, see if you got that technology device in your body. That say wants to implant inside of your body. Or if you're trying to withdraw, or if you go to you try to go to a local bank, thing, because they're going to automatically scan your body. They're going to scan your upper part of your body and the bottom part of your body in order for your body to save. So they're going to scan your whole body, see if you got that technology device implanted inside of your body. Because this time around, rather than withdrawing money with cash, you're gonna withdraw money with digital money. So you're gonna transfer the withdrawal from your money with this with the technology device that they want to implant inside your body. So this is what we're about to enter into, because this is gonna be the new norm, in order for you to buy and sell. So if you go to a grocery store and you're gonna interact with a robot rather than an actual human being. They're going to scan you, see if you got that technology device to do a checkout. Or even if you do a self-checkout like they got at US Osco, if you do a self-checkout, and they're going to scan your body. You're going to scan your right part of your body, or you're going to scan your right hand to make that look sound like thief, or your upper part of your body, scan your upper part of your body like thief. So this is what we're about to enter into. So this is a major prophecy that's going to come to pass and fulfilled. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 15. It says, he calls of all both small. Yep. It says, he have give power and to give life unto the image of the BASC, and to the image of the BASC he should both speak and cause as many that will not worship the image of the BASC shall be KILLED. Right. So the ultimate deceiver is going to come down with great wrath, because he have a short time to rule. That's in Revelation 12, verse 12. This is Revelation 13, verse 16. It says, and it calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their FOREHEDS. Revelation chapter 13, verse 18, it says, and that no man might buy or sell. Right, so that no man might buy or sell, like the whole planet Earth, that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the charagma, or the name of the BASC, or the number of his name. Revelation chapter 13, verse 18, it says, here is wisdom, let a man understand. Count the number of the SIX. Right, so this is what we're about 100% fully entering into. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 14 and verse 8. Yep, Revelation chapter 14 and verse 8. It says, "And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she had made all the nations drink the wine and wrath of fornication." Right, this is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. Right, it says, "Doomed for worshippers of the BASC," right, this new economic system that we're about to fully enter into. This is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. It says, "And the third angel followed, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the BASC in his image, and whosoever received the prerogative of his FOREHED on his hand." Revelation 14 and verse 10. It says that the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of Yahawah, was poured without mixture, and his cup of his indignation. And it says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angel, in the presence of the Lamb. Right, the Lamb is Yahawashi. Right, so if you be part of this new economical system of the MOTB, of the MARK, of the BASC, of the RFID, CHIP that they want to implant inside your body, you're going to get hit with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angel, in the presence of the Lamb. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 11. It says, "And it spoke of that torment ascending up forever and ever. They have no rest day or night, who worship the BASC this image, and whosoever received the prophet's name." Right, so you're going to have no rest neither day or night if you take that RFID, CHIP, this technology device that they want to implant inside your body, of this MARK, of the BASC, of this new economic system. Yep, so this is what we're about to fully entering into. Yep, it's the book of Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world who try to that dwell upon the earth." Right, because this is going to be the hour of temptation. This is going to try all that dwell upon the earth. Men and women, that's going to dwell all of that dwell upon the whole earth to try them. So in order for you to be part of society, in order for you to function, to buy or sell, you got to have that technology box that they want to implant inside of your body, the RFID, CHIP, this technology device that they want to implant inside of your body in order for you to buy or sell and be part of society. You know, the wicked is going to come down with great wrath because you have a short time to rule. You know? That's why we're seeing the man of sin, the man of lawlessness being revealed sometimes. So if you ain't going to have that technology device that they want to implant inside of your body, you're going to be an outcast. You're not going to be part of society. So, and there's going to be a lot of people that's going to rebel against it. That's going to be that great insurrection, like Second Ezra 16th chapter. So we coming in those times as well too. So it's going to be both sides. There's going to be some that's going to be gladly to take it in order to be part of society, in order to function, in order to buy or sell, you know, with their family and stuff like that. And then there's going to be others that's going to rebel against it, even if their life is on the line, even if their freedom is on the line. So we're definitely going to be seeing both sides of it, because these are the times we're about to fully enter into. So we're going to be entering some unprecedented times like never before, you know. And this is, Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world who try to dwell upon the earth." Yep, so long as we continue to keep the patience of the words of Hamashiach Yahawashi, you know, he'll keep us from the hour of temptation, because these are the times we're about to enter into, because it's going to be a time like never before. Matthew 24 verse 21, 2 Timothy 3 verse 1, and Jeremiah 30 verse 7, Daniel 12 chapter. So these are the times we're about to enter into. So it's going to be a time like never before, you know, and that hour of temptation as well too. We're going to be part of it. So bring out that book of Amos. Amos 8 verse 11. It's the book of Amos chapter 8 verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the heavenly Father Yahawah." Shalom, brother. This is the book of Amos chapter 8 verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the heavenly Father Yahawah, that I will send a famine of land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst of water, but the hearing of the words of the heavenly Father Yahawah." Why? So it's going to be a famine of word for lack of bread, for lack of water, but the hearing of the words of the heavenly Father Yahawah, because these are the times about to enter into. Just like that was happening in ancient times, there was a famine of land in the days of Amos. Now it's going to happen once again in these times, because there's no new thing under the sun. It's the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. "Behold, the days come." Right, this is the heavenly Father speaking through Amos, our forefather. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the heavenly Father Yahawah, that I will send a famine in a land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst of water, but the hearing of the words of the heavenly Father Yahawah." Right, this is the times about to enter into, because it's going to be that famine of word, because the words of the heavenly Father Yahawah is not going to be available no more, because it's going to be a famine of word. And there's going to be a famine of lack of bread for lack of water, but the hearing of the words of heavenly Father Yahawah. This is going to take place throughout the whole planet Earth, not just only in America. This is going to happen throughout the whole planet Earth. This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 12. "They shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro, try to seek the words of Yahweh, shall not find it." Right, so many shall run to and fro, try to seek the words of the heavenly Father Yahweh, shall not find it. So it's very important for the children of Israel, seek the heavenly Father Yahweh, he may be found, because before we enter these signs, you know. This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 13. In that day shall favor a young man, favor thirst, right? Because it's going to be the words of Heavenly Father Yahawah. It's not going to be available no more because it's going to be a family word. So, yeah, it says fair virtue, young man shall favor thirst for the words of the Heavenly Father Yahawah. So, it's very important for the children of Israel. Seek the Heavenly Father Yahawah while he may be found, call upon him while he's near. So, you know, we're about to enter into some unprecedented times. It's time like that before. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. So back after the game for the third time on the highways and hedges for U.S. Conference on this Thursday noon, August 28, 2025. And once again, shalom to the brother Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Shabbat, Rock Fast, your household. And once again, Barak Thumb to the elders and the apostles for Akwa, as we continue lifting up the names of the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, the Son of God, Son, Hamashah, Kabashah, now so more than ever. And Thawadi Yahawashi, as always, for our campus about with the holy angels. Now so more than ever, right along with the elders and apostles for Akwa, and Thawadi Yahawashi, as always, for waking us up to see another day, to come out here and teach, to glorify the names of the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, the Son of God, Son, Hamashah, Kabashah, right along with the elders and apostles for Akwa, and Thawadi Yahawashi. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Bahashem. And the Heavenly Father, the true name is Yahawah, and the Son of the Son, Bahashem, the name of Mashiach Kabashah. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the lost Orthodox tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles for Akwa. Until next time, I will say Komi Asherallah, and above all, Shalom.